Hey there, Aaron here from Inquire Ed. If you teach social studies, then you've probably heard the news, inquiry matters. Let's take a closer look at why inquiry is so important in social studies and examine the instructional shifts teachers make when they use inquiry. Just so we're all on the same page, let's define what we mean when we say inquiry. It's a method of teaching and learning that emphasizes the importance of student-generated questions, investigations, and informed action. Inquiry is front and center in social studies because of the College, Career, and Civic Life, or C3 framework. The C3 framework was created by over 20 states and 15 national social studies organizations to guide the creation of inquiry-based standards and classroom curriculum. How does C3 guide the creation of standards and curriculum? With a powerful tool called an inquiry arc. There it is. It's really like a roadmap for inquiry-based social studies. It includes 4 dimensions. If you're designing a unit, you'd want to make sure to address each of them. Let's take a quick look at what they involve. Dimension 1, developing questions and planning inquiries. This is the starting point of an inquiry, where we discover or create the compelling question and determine what investigation questions follow from it. Dimension 2, applying disciplinary tools and concepts. This is where we can dig into the content, investigating the ideas, tools, and concepts of geography, economics, history, and civics. Dimension 3, evaluating sources and using evidence. With questions as a guide and content-specific concepts and tools in hand, we move on to gathering evidence from relevant, verifiable sources. Dimension 4, communicating conclusions and taking informed action. Dimension 4 motivates us to do something with the knowledge and skills we've acquired. How will we communicate our conclusions? What actions can we take to affect change in the world? What would an inquiry arc look like in action? So let's imagine that a class of 3rd graders is curious about other children around the world. Their teacher, Ms. Morales, crafts a compelling question, or maybe co-creates it with the students. How can we support children around the world? Next, they create investigation questions to guide them. What do children need to thrive? What rights do children have? How do people work to protect children around the world? Then Ms. Morales guides students through a series of lessons where they act as geographers, economists, and social scientists to identify the important factors that affect the lives of children. Next, students gather and evaluate sources and evidence as they develop an understanding of the challenges facing children around the world. Finally, the students take all that they've learned about children's lives around the world and put it into action. They research microlending sites and choose projects that they think will have the greatest impact on those children, and then create posters and raise funds. When they're done, they present their learning and the results of their campaign to their parents and fellow students. Okay, so now we have a clearer picture of what inquiry looks like in a social studies classroom. But what does inquiry-based social studies mean for the teacher? A teacher in an inquiry classroom moves from the deliverer of information to the facilitator of questions and discovery. It's not an easy shift. When you deliver information, you have control. The information flows one way. But facilitating questions and discussions and explorations, well, that takes equal doses of planning, structure, and improvisation. Inquiry-based social studies teachers are also focused on building inquiry skills in their students. Skills like critical thinking and questioning, collaboration, and creative problem solving. Content knowledge still matters, but giving students opportunities to apply that knowledge, just like Ms. Morales did, is equally important. There's so much more to learn about inquiry and social studies, so check out the resources below to find out more.